Hey everyone, so it is Wednesday when I am starting this vlog. You guys are going to see it tomorrow because I still wanted to get a video up for you guys this week. But yeah, thank you guys for being patient. As you can hear, I've just been kind of going through a lot the last week as normal. It's not anything different. And I know I always get on here and I'm like, I'm so sorry and I'm so sorry. And I'm trying to do better at not just like apologizing for life because things happen. Staying consistent in terms of just getting up and filming has been a little hard the past week or so. I kind of worked myself a little too much. I ran myself into the ground a little bit. We just had so many appointments and we had so many plans last week, and there were just so many things that needed to get done, and I was running every single day, all day. And by the time we were done with all of that, on Friday was my anatomy ultrasound. That went great. Very happy that that went good, but it just was like, it was so much. So I ended up sleeping in a little bit on Saturday, but then we went out and had a family day. And then Sunday, I was supposed to be my day where I was going to sit down and film at least a couple of videos and get some things edited. And I was so excited to get ahead. And I slept like most of the day. I just kept napping. I was so tired. So yeah, thank you guys for bearing with me again, as you normally do. I appreciate you all so much. But I'm sitting in the car right now. My son is in therapy. I just ran him inside. He'll be there for about an hour. And then I brought my iPad today with me. And I also brought my notebook because I know I told you guys I wasn't going to do any more markets, but I also told you, I think in the last video, that there was one market that was piquing my interest and I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it or not, but I was like, we'll see what happens. Like if I get accepted to it, it's pretty inexpensive and it is like an actual craft fair. I know when I say that, it might sound a little weird, but if you have been to markets and things, at least in the last few years, you kind of understand what I'm saying. Like a craft fair to me is something very different than most markets are nowadays, where most markets are, you have like small business owners and things like that that are going through, but craft fairs tend to be a lot less, of a production in terms of people's like booths and spaces and things like that, because it's truly crafters that enjoy making things that may just like lay a few things out on a table or put a few things out to the side or, you know, things like that. And it's very handmade. It's very homemade. And I love that like original craft fair kind of feel. You guys know I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. And so that's something that has always stuck with me. Like it would be like craft fairs in high school growing up or craft fairs in like the park. And it would always be just like the cutest collection of, back then it was always just the cute little old ladies that would come out and show like all their crafts. But now I love that it's everybody that's like in their 20s and 30s and 40s and everything, but it's just all age ranges now doing crafty things or quote unquote grandma crafts, and I love it. So I'm really excited. That one's going to be on November 8th, which is next Saturday at Avalon Park. I've done Avalon Park twice now, but not that same location. It's over to the side and like, I guess they have a bigger open field. The only place I've actually explored in Avalon is that little town square area that they have that I did the markets at. And because at that market, I met a very lovely woman who has continued to order custom things from me. So I will go and drop off her orders and things like that or meet her at different places. But I've never actually been around the rest of Avalon. So I'm excited to kind of see what this park is. It looks really good. It's a large market. They have, I think, like spaces for about 200 vendors. I know they're not full completely right now. And I'll link the page to that market down below in the description bar just so you guys can see. You can kind of see who's coming, stuff like that. But I'm excited to go give it a try. It's not an inexpensive booth, or it is an inexpensive booth fee is what I was trying to say. It was only about $50 for the booth, which is really inexpensive for everything that I've been doing. $50 is a steal. And it's from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So what I was saying that for was because I brought my notebook and my iPad because I wanted to just kind of plan out a few things. I have a market prep list on in my like journal because I like to physically write it down. I know I can physically do that on my iPad, but for some reason it just doesn't feel the same. I need like pen to paper. So I'm going to write down a little bit, go through that list, see if there's anything that I want to add. But I had a full conversation with Precious the other day. And as you guys know, Precious has become one of my very close like small business friends. And I just love to talk to her. And it's great to have people that just understand what's going on. And especially people that understand but are also like right in the Central Florida area. So they get kind of the struggles and the wins and everything else. But originally I wasn't sure if I wanted to do this market, mostly just because I'm just doubting myself and like the products that I have available now. Like, as you guys know, I have not been creating as much as I want to. I haven't been in the office as much as I want to. I've just been feeling so much guilt lately that I don't go in there as much. And when I do go in there, I'm so tired. I normally end up falling asleep for a little bit in my chair, and then I'll get up and start doing something, and I'll just get irritated with myself that I'm not being like more productive. And so I paused for a little bit and decided to take a breather, and I was like, let me talk to Precious, and I just need to see like if I'm being like crazy in a sense or if I'm making sense. And after we had a conversation, she was like, what do you have to lose? Like, you have enough product, you have enough stuff. The only thing you really need to do is do a mock setup. So that's what I'm going to do, because she is right. I have enough product made already. Anything else that I want to make is additional. And I do want to make additional items, but I'm not going to stress myself out about it. I wanted to finish more of those book sleeves. I wanted to do a few things, but I'm not going to make a whole bunch. I want to kind of see what people think about them, and how they feel about the sleeves. Now that I have worked out how to get the zippers properly without the corners looking a hot mess, I'm excited to give it a try again and really sit down and see how that goes. So I'm going to plan that out right now while I'm in the car and just kind of figure out logistically what I want to do. And then when I get home today, well, we're going to go to the park after this because I always take him out to the park. And then I do have to run to the grocery store because if you know my child, he literally lives off of Fig Newtons, and we're out. So I need to go buy a couple bags of Fig Newtons for him to eat throughout the week. But then, I'm going to stop at the store and grab those really quick, and then I will take him to the park, and then we'll go home. It'll probably be around his nap time-ish then, so I'll get him ready for his nap and settled down, and then I'm going to go ahead and get my table out of the garage and just a couple of things, and I'm going to set up the long table in my office so that I can just kind of see how I can set everything up. The smallest table I've done is two tables and my A-frame. I would love to just have one table, mostly because I'm 6 months pregnant and I don't want to carry all that stuff. And it will, again, just be me. Again, not really carrying it. I have a wagon, but like still, I would love to be able to take everything in like one wagon trip, as opposed to normally it would take me like 2 to 3 to get everything in and out. So that's kind of my goal, is to see if I can get a one table setup that I really like, just kind of organized and put on. I know I do have a punch needle board that I would like to complete, just to add in a few extras and fill it in. I don't have like doubles of a lot of my punch needle items. I just have like one of each one that I like. I want to finish a punch needle board, which would be easy to finish this week. And I want to just sew a little bit and see what kind of things I can add to just kind of bulk up. I have plenty of magnetic bookmarks, so I'm not really going to make any additional there. And I have plenty of regular, when the whole parking lot is open, like the entire parking lot is open, like there's so much space in this parking lot. And I specifically picked a spot that is by myself and cars park directly next to me. It's my favorite thing in the world. There's like 58 spaces that are open, but I'm going to just plan out what I want to do, finish that, sew a little bit, and take you guys along with me through the rest of today. And then, like I said, today's video, I'm going to put that up tomorrow so you have something on Thursday to watch since I didn't get Tuesday or Saturday. And then I can plan the rest of the week for later on this week. So know that I'm going to get something up weekly. If the days shift a little bit, that's it. But I'm trying to hold myself to at least doing a weekly video. Like if I cannot get out another one, or if I don't feel like I have enough, which is so crazy to me. Let me go into a little side thing right now. It's crazy to me that sometimes I go, I don't have enough footage, or I don't have enough of something that's interesting, even though every time I take footage off of my camera, I have like an hour and a half to like 3 hours to edit, and it is generally because I just turn on my camera and I let it go. But for me, for some reason, I struggle with, like, if I'm not talking to you guys are bored. But then I feel like if I'm talking to you guys too much, you guys are like, okay, shut up and like do a craft or something. I don't know. Me, again, in my head. So let me sit here. I'm going to just turn you guys off for a little bit or put you on a time lapse, whatever else, so you guys can see this lovely, messy car. I need to replace these seat covers. My husband's car is very old. My car is very old. We're holding on. We at least have a vehicle that gets us from point A to point B, and these will stay until they officially crash and burn. Not the van. The van's probably going away next year. It's just got too many issues. But yeah, let me just get out my notepad so that I can sit here and start writing things out and really planning, and then yeah, I will check in with you guys a little bit later.
Some of my fabrics out. I have this giant bin. So today we had a total of 32 transactions, and